Heaven is a diner in Yonkers, New York, run by Greeks or Italians who are so upset with each other. That charges me up. That makes me stronger. That's like when a white girl puts a quartz crystal on the windowsill during a full moon. When I was younger, I found my aunt's guitar in an attic, and it was old and it was warped and it only had 4 strings on it. And I didn't know how to change strings, but I did know that a bass guitar also had 4 strings on it. So what I would do at parties is I would park myself in the corner next to the stereo, and I would turn the treble all the way down, and I would turn the bass all the way up, and I would try to figure out and learn the bass parts of songs that were on the radio. And all the parents used to say the same thing. They said, that kid's gonna be a musician someday. And they also said, but right now, you're weirding everybody out. It's also simultaneously the loudest place. People are dropping shit. Old man screaming about how he doesn't want to do FaceTime. Other old people on FaceTime enjoying it. There was a little girl in the corner with her grandmother. She wanted ice cream for breakfast. Grandmother did not want that to happen. Little girl starts making a siren noise. Grandma hits her. Everything about that was loud. I've been wearing rings again. I'm very much back in my ring era. Somebody told me I look like a new pirate. It's also in my blood as an Italian person. Older Italian men love wearing rings. I think it's because we're so expressive and we talk with our hands that when we take them off, it goes even faster. It's like when you see a baseball player go into the on-deck circle with 2 bats. I have a friend who's single, and she got stood up less than an hour before a hinge date was supposed to take place. I think if you don't have the emotional maturity to show up when you tell people you're going to show up, you shouldn't be allowed into people's guts. I know apps work out for some people, and I think that is great, but I'm also never surprised when they don't, because it's like searching for love on Grubhub. Dating apps reduce the most valuable thing we're all looking for, and love and human connection, into like the most dismissive gesture you could possibly do, a swipe away. The most important thing in the world that we're all searching for. There's movies and songs written about it, and if you want to dismiss it, it's just you swipe with 1 finger. What if a burger you ordered on Grubhub texted you and said, I'm not coming? These are like little donuts. I take these off, I could be like, I knew Tommy and Gina weren't gonna work out. They really fumbled the restaurant. Italian people always look like they sound. They fumbled the restaurant. Tommy and Gina fumbled the restaurant, which I think is nice. There's something very nice about that. You could take a guess based on somebody's voice. Hey, go ahead, and be right. Also, Italian person tells you to go ahead, that's negative. It's not polite. Go ahead means you've already bumped into me, and I'm thinking about hitting your face. I sat down at breakfast next to 2 women. They were healthcare professionals, nurses, nurse practitioner, doctor, something like that. And I was eating my food. They hadn't gotten theirs yet, and they were speaking very loudly and openly about tourniquets and pus and cutting people's toes off. And I'm eating soft-boiled eggs. I regret every second that I don't have noise-canceling headphones on. What's that? Am I autistic? I did backyard wrestling in high school, and I took a lot of Tylenol. Then the conversation came around to their personal lives, and they were talking about how a guy that they had met online asked one of them for a threesome, but they would whisper threesome. And then they said, all men should be in therapy. But you were openly talking about pus. You were yelling about pus. You were the Paul Revere of pus in the restaurant. And now because you're embarrassed about sex, every guy needs to be in therapy. You balance out. I will be doing stand-up all week in New York City. And then I come back to Connecticut for a couple shows with Drew Lynch. And then the Surrounded Crowdwork show is back at the Hollywood Improv on November 7th. Then I come back to New York for the New York Comedy Festival, and then I have another Surrounded there on November 13th or 12th, whatever the Wednesday is, and I'll be at the stand all night that night. And I love being here. It's fall. It's beautiful. There are Italians and Portuguese. I don't think I've ever seen a Portuguese person in Los Angeles. Okay. I'm gonna go shower.